Hey YouTube, it's Robert Senator here on Senator's soccer page, and I'm here to review another boot for you. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded anything in a while, I know. It's been a month or so, but the last video I recorded and tried to upload wouldn't go through. There was something wrong with the format. Then my spring season went insanely complicated and got all weird, so really didn't have time. So what I'm here to review for you today is a CTR 360s. They're the lower versions of the Maestris. I don't know the exact name of the model off the top of my head. I apologize. I'll put it in the comments section or the description, whatever it's called. So let's get started. First of all, what I like about this boot is the Kanga leather. It's the synthetic leather that's around here. It feels very much like the kangaroo leather you'll feel on some of the more expensive boots and all. These are very good boot as far as I can tell. First of all, the synthetic leather makes it a brilliant fit. Your touch ends up being very great, very soft, and I know it's not as clear here as it would be on the Maestris, but there's these two little potted areas here up by the toes. These are here to dampen your touch when you're sprinting, which is it's a new idea in the cleats to keep the ball closer to you instead of having to refine your touch yourself. I personally like it. I feel on the lower version it's perfect where it is, because I like to shoot with the outside of my foot, so on the Maestris, if I hit the ball too hard, or hit the ball at all, it just isn't going to be the same as what I want it to be. I just like the relatively softer touch for my sprints, and this boot works out well for me like that. Now let's talk about this little area right here. This area is a little harder. It's like a net of plastic almost, backed by a little stiffer material than the Kanga leather right here. Now this is great for receiving the ball. When the ball's coming at you, if you just raise your boot and catch the center of the ball right in this area, the ball will stop dead, almost dead, right on the ground. You won't have any trouble with it. Now the laces on here are a little off-center, more towards the instep of your foot, more towards the classic look, which I think they're trying to revive with this cleat. Now, I personally have the retro colors. I like them better, but you can get this boot in white and red, white and yellow, blue and white, I believe, and I think it looks good. So presentation-wise, I'd give it a plus. It's very stiff and firm all around. It's great for security, like I've mentioned in previous videos about cleats. The back, very stiff, so when you have that not-so-graceful defender coming after you, it helps. It helps, because you never want to get clipped in your Achilles or your heel. It can do a lot of damage to you. Now, when we go under the boot to the studs are somewhat different on this boot, depending on the level you get it at. So, as opposed to getting this opposed to Maestris, the sole plate would be different, but the studs would be the same with the general formation of an accuracy boot with the studs, except for, as you can see, the circular studs in here. That's very different. And also to note, on these boots, as opposed to the elite versions of the Maestris, the elite versions of the Maestris are going to be set up like laser 3s in their stud configuration. They won't have the circular stud configuration. Also, the sole plate on the higher levels of the boot will be made of carbon fiber. Honestly, I'm not very fond of it. I had some Superfly 2s over the spring, and I destroyed them. I ripped the carbon fiber plate right off the bottom in practice one day. To me, I'm really never going back there. It wasn't worth the money I spent on them. You're also, in these boots, you're also going to notice that you're a little firmer on the ground than you would be with most, so you'll be a little lower to the ground, you'll be firmer, you'll be stuck more, which you can see as a benefit Or a downside, if you want total speed, I would not recommend getting this boot with the grip you get on the ground. Yeah, the grip is good, but it can also hurt you on your runs, because you don't want to be stuck to the ground for too long on a sprint. You want to just pop right out. Now, the type of player I would recommend these boots for is mainly a playmaker. Wherever you are on the field, I don't know what position you would generally play. I play all around the field for my teams, and I found myself passing the ball more and more lately, and I like to shoot. I'm a great scorer in my opinion. I think my record speaks for it myself, but just these boots are a playmaker's boot if you want to pass it into the back of the net, if you want to cross it to a buddy of yours just to head it in. These boots are perfect for that. They're passing boots. Cons on these boots is they are not the most durable thing in the world. You might be able to see, I can't tell for sure, but there's cracks through the leather already, and I've had these boots about 3 weeks. I mean, they break in very quickly, but from what I understand, all levels of this boot aren't exactly the most durable, but they should hold up for a season or two for me, especially when I'll probably be alternating between boots. Now, I really like them, but they're not for everyone. They're mainly for a playmaker, not someone who wants to hammer the ball all over the field. They're not a defender who just wants to bomb it upfield. So, guys, if you have any questions, just comment, send me a message, whatever you want to do, and have a good time, guys. Have fun, and enjoy your game.